Ooh boy. Ooh boy. How's it going, chat? All right. I'm sure you guys are all chomping at the bit, waiting to see exactly who is first. Here's the official placement, okay? First off, we have Wolverine. You are number one today, man. Happy Friday. He says, I care, I care. Very nice. Runty, you were close. Like, it was, your message came in like a split second after for me. So, you were almost first. But no cigar, unfortunately. But you did finish on the podium. And then Sheep, you and Samuel were basically the same time. But Samuel's over there on Twitch. Samuel, it's just... YouTube has a delay, but people can still spam a message in time. Anyway. I mean, I also just look at my YouTube chat a lot more than I do on Twitch. There's a chance you were a little earlier. I know Wolverine for sure was first, though. I swear it. You are first on Twitch, though. Twitch kind of has its own podium. It's not like... It's not cross-platform yet, unfortunately. We don't support cross-platform. Twitch literally isn't real. Oh, man. What's up, Spidey? First mod in. How are you, man? That live streaming service is not real. Dude, that was such a weird time in America, by the way. Just the world. That lady on the airplane. I still want to know what that was all about. Yo, what's up, Charles? How are you? Just super weird. What? Whoa. Wait, I did end up benefiting from this. I kind of dragged my feet on EQ quite a bit. I'm surprised I actually got the delayed comp package. I'm down with that, though. That's quite nice. Some extra resources. Watching the Spurs? How are they doing? Is Victor Wembanyama just lighting it up right now? That's the only player I know who plays for the Spurs. That's because that guy is a legitimate alien. I don't know how you can have his, like, build. It's actually insane. Victor Wembanyama is like a million feet tall. And is like... To be as athletic as he is crazy, dude. Wemby is not a normal human. Not at all. People like that, though, they're like that lanky. You're always worried about them getting injured or something. And I do hope it doesn't happen to Wembanyama. But it does feel like a lot of players with his kind of build, they just don't toughen up enough. And then the NBA is just like a different world. And they get beat to heck. But I think he's been good so far, which is good news, especially for the Spurs. They risked a lot on him. Up to 28-24, you think? I thought you were watching the game. Well, maybe it's on commercial. That would make sense. Dude, that purple health bar is so awesome looking. Big guys get injured a lot in pro wrestling. Yeah, that sounds accurate, Sheep. I just feel like all the time when I was a kid growing up, like back when I did watch a lot of the NBA and stuff like that, like it was always the guys that were like 7'5" that were getting injured all the time. And then like they were never the same when they came back, or they would just get injured like a month later. It's just, you have so much weight on your legs and you just have to move your body in weird ways because you're so tall. Big issue with big tall guys when they get too much weight. Case in point, Yao Ming. Yeah, Yao Ming is kind of like the main person I think people point to. That's who I personally have in mind as well. Yao Ming, man. Just a humongous guy. Just a humongous guy. And then I think, didn't he mess up his knee or something like that? Stop flexing that blade. I gotta flex something, dude. I don't hold very many champions over you guys anymore. And look, yeah, I mean, people, you guys are gonna get blades soon. Maybe not first appearance shiny edition, but I tell you what, man. I've seen a lot of Reddit posts lately. I mean, I know the sentiment around the like battlegrounds and the blade piece was negative for a long time now. I didn't see as many people voicing that like on Reddit, but lately, dude, I feel like every post I've seen is somebody just talking about like that they're quitting or they just hate it. Like, it's so brutal. I feel so bad for so many people, man. It really does suck. Like, if you're just good at the game and you were skilled enough to be able to become elder and stuff, like, you kind of, I feel like, should be able to get first appearance if you really want to, but you are pretty limited by just your roster, unfortunately. And I think, like, to a certain point, like, that kind of becomes an insurmountable mountain to climb, you know? Your dog's called Blade. That's a cool name for a dog, actually. Especially if it's like a big, threatening pit bull or something. Get him, Blade. MMA heavyweights get hurt a lot. Well, they're also, I mean, they're also punching a lot harder and stuff like that too, I feel like. Refs are intervening for OKC. Yeah, aren't they all about that free throw shooting life? I think a lot of people, though, are kind of... I mean, I've gone on like a 10 losing streak before in regular BGs, not hunting a Stellar Forge piece. I think some people will just get really discouraged if that happens once. And since there's a lot of people hating the season or hating on the season currently, I think if they go on a loss streak that way, they just blame the entirety of everything. It feels a little unfair in some circumstances to me. But guys, you just got to keep grinding. Like that, like BG's is a grind, especially if you want to get the gladiator circuit, man. Friendly battlegrounds? Nah, I don't. Dude, I played enough battlegrounds. I'm sorry. Ask me in like a week or two. Let me like go through a battlegrounds detox or something. I have played like every lunch break this week was battlegrounds, basically, just trying to get to gladiator circuit. And the drive home from our job sites. So I've been running the gauntlet. But guys, it is crazy though. I think like some people need to know the secret. You need to play battlegrounds during the day. That is like, you're going to get the easier matchups. At least that was my experience. If you play in the evening / nighttime, like you're just going to get cooked. That's when all the like a lot of big shots are home. You know, the whales that spend money on the game are home from their job that enables them to whale, and they take it out on battlegrounds. You got to play during the day when those people aren't online as frequently. Yeah, some big guys do have a lot of success. That's a good point. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think you just need to be smart with your health. And like I think you have to take it even more seriously if you're a big guy. I think a lot of athletes in competitive sports in general just kind of get in this mindset of like, I have these God-given physical abilities and I can just kind of do the bare minimum. And I think you just have to really go out of your way to take good care of your body. That's why LeBron is still just a beast, is because that's like all he focuses on, I feel like, is just like taking care of his body and stuff. Making sure he's just constantly jacked out of his mind. I mean, you see pictures and videos of him after games with like ice packs all over, stuff like that. Taking ice baths. Or like Tom Brady, he would be an excellent example. Granted, QB, I think, is a sports position that you can play longer than others because you're not getting hit as often. You just kind of have to be able to throw. Run nowadays a little more than in the past, but still. But yeah, I mean, he had his whole thing, like his workout plan and diet and stuff. It's important, man. Did I do a round of Gladiator Circuit to get Blade or no? You don't have to do a fight in Gladiator Circuit. You just get it as soon as you tier up into Gladiator Circuit. I did do a fight to make sure I qualify for the Radiance at the end of the season, though. And I almost won, but I didn't. I didn't even bother, like, making a different team for the Gladiator Circuit meta. I just kind of went in with what I had. They're more about no calls and calling it different on both sides. I hate when when there's like bias in any sort of competitive sport with like the officiating, or at least when it feels that way, I guess. Maybe it might not actually be that way, but it has been that way in the past, so we have that confirmation bias. I hate that, man. If you lose 2 games in a row, you turn the game off. Battlegrounds, honestly, that's not the worst idea. Like I said, you can just totally get on that like insane loss streak. It happens. If you play during work hours, you get kids on their mom's phone. Exactly. Exactly. See, and that's the move. That's who we're going for. Now, I mean, I would still see plenty of whales playing during the day like that, but I definitely did see a noticeable improvement in, like, the opponents I was facing. Oh my gosh, Rentra for once in your life. Mwah. Mwah. Rentra crit, everybody. Oh, baby. Almost 20 mil. Holy crap, dude. Shout out to Mr. Moo. Holy crap. He doesn't always crit, but sometimes he do. Oh, boy. Oh, I love that champion so much. He's so fun. I'll clean those later. Make sure I don't have anything to do. Battlegrounds done. EQ done. We could just randomly explore Act 7. I think I'm just going to hang out and play Arena, though, tonight, guys. We need to take every opportunity we can, unfortunately, to recoup our units. We really do. We're so far behind. Oh, it's a problem. Also, one thing that helps in Battlegrounds, too, and I kind of hate it because I always say that I hate having to rank up a champion just to use in Battlegrounds, but it really will help a lot if you take like your Maestro to level or rank 3 or 4, even if you have him. Rhino is probably still an absolute tank. Sasquatch, like you just take the chunky boys up, your win rate will increase a lot. I am pretty fortunate I didn't have to enable recoils though. I was a little bit worried. I was able to get there with no recoil masteries. Do you not get 7-star shards in the super daily? I think it's just Titan shards. And I mean, technically you do, because you get a empowered grace crystal. And that's gonna be a 6-star or a full-blown 7-star. So that might be like the reasoning on that. Would be my guess. It's still definitely better. I should rank up Rhino though, just for these like future annoying Battlegrounds grinds. Can you imagine how annoying Rhino would be on defense right now? You gonna go pull the box? Good luck. Hope you get who you want. Man, it feels kind of weird streaming without headphones on. I'll put them on eventually. I just didn't want any headphones on my head right now, man. It's kind of weird. Sometimes they'll like bother me. Although maybe I should. Then I can hear notifications. If anyone donates and stuff, then I don't want to miss that. Although it's hard to miss when I'm doing arena. I'm pretty much always just reading the stream when I'm doing an arena stream. Pretty easy to just autopilot. Don't even have to look. You got arcade? Dude, that's not a reason to despair. Arcade is great. But he's not great if you're hunting Hitmonkey. Okay, after this fight, I need to go use the restroom, chat. Oh, come on, MODOK. MODOK would be a solid rank up too. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Just give me a sec. Enjoy staring at MODOK's beautiful face. Also, Pat, welcome in. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I drank copious amounts of Mountain Dew today. Probably eaten a lot of stuff I shouldn't have too, but we're back. Some of the trophy champions need a buff. Jack, I agree. I think they do. I think it would be really cool to have Thanos OG and Kang especially. And like have them not be useless. That would be really nice. Very, very nice. How many observants do we need in total? I'm not sure. I think they said in their past live stream, but I don't remember the exact number, unfortunately. I know it is pretty cool though that offer to buy Thor Rags is never gonna leave. I do like that. Sheep, it sounds like we need to add him into the bingo. Thor Ragnarok gameplay. I do wonder how that buff will be. Especially since it sounds like everyone will basically get him for free at some point. They can't make him too busted because of that. He'll probably just be like a pretty mediocre champion. If I had to guess. Also, I didn't check. Is it CCP drops this week and like normie drops? I just need to know in case somebody asks me. If they're continuing that trend, it should be, but that's okay. Bingo is so hit and miss, man. My family actually, we do like bingo during our family get-togethers. It's kind of fun. We'll have a bunch of prizes and stuff, mostly paid for by my mom. And it's usually just stuff from the dollar store, but we'll just play bingo. It's kind of fun. Out of 10 recommend. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he does. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I remember Venom Pool is good in this matchup. I don't use Venom Pool often, but when I do... Yeah, I wonder how much they'll change Thor Ragnarok. I honestly thought he was kind of like okay after they gave him that first buff. So it'll be... I wonder if he'll keep any elements of his old kit. He dang well better be shock immune now, though, because I think he was only, like, resistant partially. Holy crap, that's a huge cash prize. Did you... Were you able to play for free, or was there, like, an entrance fee? Because, dude, if you could play that for free, that would be nuts. That would be so freaking nice. And Lumitrix Special 2 really is just like Black Bolts, huh? Man Thing would probably be really good in BGs right now too. He's kind of a tank. Just make sure your opponent doesn't draft like Spider-Woman or Human Torch. Oh, I awakened Thanos the other day, by the way. I don't remember if I did that on stream or not. Because I had like 8 million Cosmic Awakening gems. I figured I might as well. Dude, Sig 200 rank 4 Thanos might even be good on defense right now. Actually. Came up against a few Atumas on my run to Gladiator Circuit. and I banned them. Yeah, he has the same animations, but his kit's different. Apparently. Now, how different? I have no idea. Not a clue. I'm like lukewarm towards his release. I'm just assuming he'll be like king of mid, basically. Since he's free. Like, I really don't expect him to be super great or anything. I hope I'm wrong, though. It'd be cool to have him be a really strong champion. Oh. Enchantress in arena, dude. Also, Enchantress is kind of annoying in BGs right now. I mean, she's always annoying. But especially right now. Because she can be stun immune. I mean, I guess that doesn't always matter. I think it's okay to have Thor Rags have the same animations. I do wish, though, that if that were the case, you would think they would like have released him a little bit quicker. But he's been kind of in the works for a long time now. Did I say hit Gladiator Circuit? I did, Wolverine, yeah. I did. I did my daily super quest or whatever today with Blade on stream. So I did end up getting that shiny Blade, yeah. Sorry I didn't stream it. I literally... I think if I played on stream, I would go insane. I don't think anyone needs to see me punch a hole in my computer monitor. I thought I would save you guys all from that. You guys don't need to see the Bedizzle crash out. You already see that every time I open a 7-star basic and don't get Spider Ham. Dang, gold pool. Look at that damage. But yeah, it was actually not too bad. I think I'm a huge beneficiary of just my roster, though. I mean, there were some pretty high skill games where I had to really clutch up, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had like one person forfeit in my entire climb up to Gladiator Circuit, which was crazy. That never happens for me. Usually people are more than willing to forfeit. I think so many people are so desperate to get wins. Nobody is forfeiting. Which is, I mean, that's good. You don't, like, you want to be able to actually play the game mode. But, dude, I swear there's been seasons in the past. People forfeit, and I just get into Vibranium for free. There was no easy match. There were definitely matches that were easier than other ones. Like I said, playing during the day really increases that ratio. But, like, dude, it felt like every match was just a grind. And a lot of people had rosters that were the same strength as mine or higher even. There was maybe a handful of times where we got to the banning stage and I was like, yeah, I'm going to win this. Like, they have no chance. Very, very rarely did that ever happen. It seems like it was always just neck and neck. And I don't know if that was like, maybe in the background, they tweak some matchmaking. A lot of companies do that when they're like changing skill-based matchmaking related things and stuff like that. I doubt it. I think it's probably more a result of their experimental meta with making attacker health not matter. But regardless, it did feel that way. Felt kind of weird. Like I never match up against people on equal footing that frequently. It was really weird. But I think too though, like Stellar Forge brings a lot of people out of the woodworks that wouldn't normally play BGs. I know there's a lot of people in stream that never play BGs, but they're only playing this season just for that Stellar Forge piece. Also, there were a lot of fights I think I won just because my opponent does not know how to ban the proper champions. If you guys are struggling on climbing, I think that's something good to look at too. Like, who are you actually banning? Try and like keep track in your losses, right? Which champion do you basically never beat? Even if you do have a counter, just ban them in the future. That makes a big difference. You had no forfeit sheep. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird. It's like, it feels like it has the same matchmaking as the unranked playlist, because that one will match people based on your account progression. Whereas Gladiator Circuit's never necessarily done that one-to-one. It's always been, it just takes from the pool of people that are in your division. There was one match though. I was in, oh, I have a screenshot of it on my phone. I matched up against someone from Vibranium. It said I don't know, it might have been bugged because it said Vibranium 1, although there's not technically a Vibranium 1, that would be Gladiator Circuit. But anyway, I was in like Diamond 4 or Diamond 5, and I matched up with someone from Vibranium. It was really weird. I'm assuming it was just bugged out of its mind, but it was just bizarre. Dang, level 18 on the skill collectives. Jeez. I don't know if I have any that high on my my main account. I think 17 is the highest. Actually, wait, no. I might have one at 18. I know I have some that are like on the precipice of leveling up. I'm sure... ooh, I wonder if any of the Titan champions will be captains. Will they like announce that if a new champion is going to be a collectives captain? Or are those like set in stone now? Like we already have all the captains. I would assume new champions would become captains or could. I don't remember if they said anything about that though. All champions are okay. So every, oh, okay. I thought there were certain champions excluded from being captains. So like every single champion in the game is a captain. For some reason, I thought like there was like a certain like like not everyone was a captain, I guess. That does make sense though. So dang, dude, I need to grind like 6-star shards so I can pull from the 6-star featured in case the Titan completely bones us. Then we can get Captain Stonks on the rise. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying this nice chill Friday stream, go ahead and drop a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it a ton. Help the stream grow a ton. Share it with a buddy. Whatever you got to do. Appreciate you guys for being here. I'm excited to get this weekend rolling though, man. Gonna be going up and going fishing with my old man. Going out in nature. Gonna go touch some grass, some dirt, some trees. And Yellow Jacket would be really good in the current meta as well. He was a 7-star. Whoa, you use your Colossal Titan? That's crazy activity, man. Triple J is kind of cool. I still haven't quite, like, gotten my hands on him, really. I mean, like, I own him, but I haven't taken him out for a spin. Got Triple J on the alt, too, I believe. So I really do need to give him a go. I've actually heard good things about him. He would probably be a decent defensive champion, too, in Battlegrounds. Especially since people I don't think are used to fighting him. By the way, guys, just a reminder as well. There are new drops now over on Twitch. So make sure and head over there and farm those up if you need them. I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on the spicy drops. Dude, I need more content to use Falcon in. I feel like I haven't been able to bring him out recently. He was kind of my raids go-to. And then they just had to ruin that. And now it's going to be Lizard. Unless they add him right back after they change like the echo damage. Speaking of annoying defenders and BGs, if you guys need suggestions, Photon is ridiculously infuriating. Because you need to knock her down to remove the protection later on in the fight, like halfway through. And if she has enough charges to enter her stupid invisible form, when you knock her down, she will. Then you have to deal with that. It's kind of a miserable experience. And I'm really bad at parrying her specials too. So it's particularly nasty for me. Yeah, Photon, absolute demon. Serpent is still nasty too. Nico's a good defender in most cases. You just reach Vibranium too? Keep on keeping on, man. You're right there. I believe in you. You just got to get a couple wins under your belt and then victory shield. Like your life depends on it. I used, I will say I used like 3 or 4 victory shields, I think, total. I used one to tier up into Vibranium 2 because I was just not about to go on like a losing spree. I just didn't feel like I had the mental fortitude for it. Cheater, yeah, but you know what? I'll if that makes me a cheater, I'm a cheater. But yeah, and then I tiered up, and then the only other time I used one was to prevent myself from going down too far before I wouldn't be able to rank in the gladiator circuit on a win. Ten out of 10 recommend those things, man. I wouldn't burn units for them, though. They're kind of expensive. I just kind of, and this is kind of just a good advice for everybody, I think. For because a situation like this is going to happen again. They like putting rewards in Gladiator Circuit. That's just how things are. And it's kind of nice to just, even on a regular season, if you're 1 win away from going into Glad Circuit, to have a victory shield. But like, just good rule of thumb, buy that thing on cooldown from the Essentia store, man. Because you can only buy 1 at a time. And then you have to wait for it to reset. Just buy that as like your weekly practice. It's totally worth it. And victory shields will save you so much sanity down the road, man. Until you go on like a 10-loss streak and then burn through them all. But hey, at least you had them to begin with, right? Trust me, it's worth it, chat. Yo, what's up, Jude? How are you? How are you? We're doing fantastic, by the way. Thanks for asking. We're just grinding some arena, having a good old Friday chill time. Letting people farm drops in a very low stakes environment. I would love to be playing Battlegrounds for you guys right now, but I really don't have the willpower. We were just talking about it earlier. The grind all the way to Gladiator Circuit has taken a lot out of me, we'll say. So I just kind of want to recoup some units right now. Which is why no headphones, which I actually quite enjoy, man. Like, my head feels free. It, like, looking over at chat and stuff is so easy. There's no gigantic headset on my dome. I feel like it looks a little better too, because my headphones are kind of enormous. It is weird hearing myself, though. Dang, we rolled 4 of the cosmic things for Sinister Sig ability. What are the odds of that? Collectives make arena so much better, dude. I can't imagine how fast this would go with recoils, too. Two quits already? What? Samuel, you got forfeits? Or you... Wait. You're quitting out or your opponent is? Also, another... I know I'm giving you guys a lot of unsolicited Battlegrounds advice here. But if you just got into a new tier, here's a really good piece of advice. This might be what Samuel's doing. I'm not sure. Just forfeit until you find a match you feel like you can guaranteed win. Because you're not going down at all. You're not losing anything, right? So if I just barely got into Vibranium 2, let's say, because that's where you're at, you have no medals, you lose nothing, literally. You can't go back down to Vibranium 3. So if you pop into a match with a guy with a stacked roster, you definitely can win, for sure. And I still recommend not always forfeiting those matches, but in this instance you might as well forfeit until you just get a really easy match, or like relatively easy. That will save you a lot of headache too. Like just kind of, it's like fishing. Just go fishing for like that perfect matchup. somebody's roster who fits poorly against yours, somebody who looks like they just miraculously made it to your rank. You kind of scratch your head wondering how they got there. Oh, I know, Jude. Yeah, it's because you know it's going to happen again. I think they're probably loving this because this is exactly what a chase like Deathless or like Stellar Forge should be like. It should be a challenge. I mean, we had the Epoch Gauntlet, stuff like that. Like, it should be difficult, and this is difficult for a very large percentage of the player base. I think they're probably thrilled with the results. Maybe not like... They definitely aren't thrilled with the negative sentiment around their meta or like their beta testing or whatever of not having attacker HP count. That they're not thrilled with, I'm sure. But they are still probably going to put pieces in Battlegrounds for Stellar Forge champions. I would assume even like the next Stellar Forge champion will have a Battlegrounds objective tied to it. Would not be surprising in any way. Dust is really good on defense too this season, for those wondering. Do you use your Mystic Awakening gem on Blade? You have 2 generics. I wouldn't, Samuel. I would maybe wait, because we got to awaken Star-Lord for free just by taking him into Labyrinth or whatever it was. I would maybe wait and see if they give us an objective to be able to get it for free. If not, then if you really like the champ, I'd say go for it. I mean, I think by the time you get into like high vibranium and stuff, you should already know your matchups by then, Wolverine. I could see that argument for like Diamond while you're still kind of like feeling things out with the meta. But like once you have your matchups and you know who you should and shouldn't fight with who, I would probably fish for good matchups. Samuel, I'm pretty sure I saw a post the other day that says you'll eventually be able to on Blade. I just don't think he's ascendable right now, but I'm pretty sure that will be an option. I thought I saw that somewhere. So I could be wrong. But yeah. You want to use them now? Yeah, I don't blame you. I do think, by the way, and I've mentioned this a little bit a few weeks ago, it would be wise to rank up your Stellar Forge champions, because they are planning to do something akin to the Deathless Chase. And so I'm sure you'll need to use all of them. Granted, you could just like workhorse Deathless She-Hulk, basically. So maybe you'll just have to rank up like Star-Lord or something, but... Oh yeah, I forgot. It's just the second light. Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea to invest. I do think Blade's really cool, though. You can take one champ to rank 5, dude, from rank 1. That's crazy. You should rank up Mangog, I think. That's the only answer. Wonder how good Mr. Knight would be on defense. Because his specials like take an eternity. You gave Mike a speedboat? Dude, hook me up with the jet ski, man. I do not have Deathless Thanos, Jude. I wish I did. I really do. I really do. That's like the big glaring, well, other than Spider-Ham. But that's like the big glaring miss on my account, I guess. The only deathless I have is She-Hulk. The only one. We got her during Banquet. Thank heavens. I would like all the other ones, but they're like absurd amounts of units, and they're not that good. I mean, Thanos is great. He's just not worth like a gajillion units or however many it would take. Great. Oh man, that was a big time whiff. I guess I should disable her shield, huh? Rintra's not really that great for that though. Great for a great many things, just not Penny Parker shield disable. Hot take, I hate those giant quests like the Necropolis or Ordeal because they are quests that are just simply impossible. I hate how anyone does it and they always put the best rewards behind it. I think, Wilbur, I think they're good overall. I think they're really tough though if you're like a relatively new player. Because I feel like it's pretty easy to get the highest progression level nowadays. Except, well, not Elder. I think it's pretty easy to get the Valiant. And I think a lot of content, really, you just have to have a big roster for it. And so, like, Ordeal and, like, Epoch, stuff like that, it's really, like, unless you're really lucky with your champions, usually you just kind of have to have the good counters. And a lot of people don't have that, and it can take a while to get the counters for those quests. But once you have them, they're really not that bad. I think they're a lot more daunting than they actually are. But again, I'm kind of one of the fortunate ones. I've been playing this game since release, so I have a pretty well-developed roster. So I don't get roadblocked as often. But I do sympathize with like a lot of the newer Valiant players that are still looking for Serpent or Onslaught, stuff like that. I think it can make those quests really like feel like a stone wall, and then it can feel like it halts your progression, even though technically you are now by definition an endgame player because you've reached the highest progression. Of course, there's Elder now, so that's not the case necessarily anymore, but in the past, that's how it was. And so it felt like you were just kind of like in a weird limbo phase because you couldn't really do those quests to get the goodies, but also like you're now the highest progression. So like now what do you do? So they can definitely be annoying in that regard, I think, for sure. It's still so mind-crumblingly impossible. Honestly, Wilbur, I used to think that for like the longest time. And then when I started streaming, you just kind of have to do that stuff usually. Because it's really good content. And you just need to get it. Because you need to get the resources and stuff to stay current with the game. But like I found that it wasn't nearly as impossible as I previously thought it was. Some matchups feel that way though, make you want to like tear your hair out. But dude, I highly encourage you, like, pick one and just kind of practice the fights until you can get close to soloing the first couple. Like I would play Epoch basically until I could solo the first 2 or 3 fights and then just kind of rip it off from there. And it's not as difficult as you might think. I guarantee you could do it. Only use Rintra for defense. I use Rintra for all the things, dude. I love using Rintra. Also, welcome in, Slick. But yeah, Rintra is a tank for defense, especially right now. Wait, Caveman has wave? What? Now, we need to wait and see if he just got that like on a whim. Did he just get really lucky or did he whale out? You can only do like 10%. That's kind of where practice comes in though. Because like in Necropolis, the first time I did it, I could not really solo that Titania. Now, if I go back, I can. With Chi Ilth. And like, I think Wong, a couple of those fights could have been solos. Yeah, you could totally get it done. I bet you can. I'm not gonna, I mean, it definitely does require a lot of effort though. Like you definitely need to practice. If you're the kind of person where like video tutorials help you and stuff, just go like hit those really hard. Stuff like that helps a ton. It really isn't easy. You definitely have to like put in the work in a lot of cases. That's another area where I'm pretty fortunate. My chat is really smart. There's a lot of really smart people in my chat and they help me. Not to be like ridiculous about things sometimes. Sometimes I do it anyways, but I do have like a giant army essentially helping me. And when they have that charm debuff, Enchantress gains power so fast. It's almost one combo. It gives you a special one. It's kind of insane. Too bad she hits like a wet paper bag. No, I believe in you, Wilbur. And if you have any questions too with like matchups and stuff, you're always more than welcome to ask for advice in the chat. If I remember the specific matchup, I'll help the best I can. Also, Nimrod is about to get destroyed. I should not have used him for this fight. Oh well. Maybe I'll win somehow. Heavy attacks are our only hope. I don't think... I mean, the shocks might kill him before they kill me. I don't really know. Let's find out. Oh, yeah, we win. Heck yeah, Nimrod clutch. Do you know if we could do a friendly? I'm not doing friendlies today just because I'm kind of battlegrounds out. But maybe like next week or something we can do a friendly stream. Just give me some time to cool off, chat. I just grinded my buns off for that Stellar Forge piece. Also, welcome in, Caveman. Why did the hipster burn his mouth while eating the pizza? He ate it before it was cool. I finished that one on my own. That's actually, that's a well-known joke by the Bedizzle. I do like that one. Let's see how Silver Samurai does against Jean Grey. I'm curious. Kidman opens 6 crystals. You got... What? You just got ridiculously blessed, Caveman. I'm jealous. Dude, I like Wave. Definitely one of the champions I'm hoping to pull from the Titan. Dude, if you load into BGs with that, though, people are probably gonna quit. They'll be like, oh, this guy just already has wave. He's a whale. I'll just forfeit. Was it just the basic version, or was it first appearance? I'm afraid of friendlies because you're here, Sheep. You're absolutely right. I'm terrified. I don't want to lose, dude. Now, it is crazy, though. A lot of you guys have way more stacked rosters than I do. BGs get... when we do friendlies, I always get smoked. Oh, so close. Still pretty healthy fight, though. The early access crystals have pity as well, Caveman. It's like a rolling pity, though, on all the early access crystals. So you could theoretically get one away from pity and then just wait for a champion you really want. Then open one of their like featured crystals. I think that's what he's asking about. But it would have had to have been like the one on the main screen. Oh, I guess it's not there anymore. Yo, shout out to Unstoppable Colossus. The GOAT. Dude, I wish I had Express Arena. Gosh, dude, can you imagine how powerful we'd be? I don't even know how to do the Pavita Parker into Serpent matchup. Caveman, why did you decide, like, were you just really feeling like opening a crystal and you just decided to send it? I feel like you're not usually one to take a shot at the early access champs. Usually never. You just decided to YOLO. That's cool. You got lucky, man. I didn't know you liked Wave that much. Okay, well, serious question though. Since I feel like it's always pretty hard to tell exactly how good a champion will be. And that cough came out of nowhere. Do you think Wave will be like meta in your experience? Because it always is different when you actually get hands-on with a champion. Do you think it's like a situation where people think she might suck, but she's actually a god? Or do you think she's just kind of in okay territory? Didn't know you like that. Not sure it was worth it so far. Well, I hope it does end up being worth it. I think she looks cool. She's definitely one of the champions I'm pretty interested in, I think. Should be really good versus Enchantress and Nico, which is great. Yeah, I mean, that was like Nico, I think, was the fight they showcased probably the most. Her utility is kind of odd. Honestly, I think the bulk of her utility is just in her untouchable dash. Like, that really opens the door to punishing a lot of different special attacks. Hit me. Hit me. Man, this thing. I gotta know. Not a consistent, easy miss counter. She has that some. Yeah, charging in during specials, I think is very strong. I think it's kind of like akin to being able to combo into your heavy attack. Like that in and of itself is pretty good utility in a lot of different ways. It almost feels like a free hit, really. And I think anytime you can get that, it's really nice. Man, he would just not attack me. Okay, fine. Oh my gosh, he's too smart. Pew pew. Ow. Stop. Yeah, I think that's kind of a weird immunity. Caveman. It's kind of weird. I like it's cool and all getting regens, and sometimes that interaction is like really helpful to have. But more often than not, I feel like it's kind of like, why not just make me fully immune? You know, why do I need this? It's a bit weird. It feels like almost a step backwards in terms of abilities. Big hit, Sasquatch. Jeez. He can probably hit some monster numbers at max ascension. She's going to be an excellent Stellar Forge Blade counter. Not that I see him being a defender, though. Sonic the Hedgehog attack. Maybe I should start investing more into a lot of my ascended champions. Especially creepy chubby guy. Robot Spider-Man. Guy thing. Whatever he is. Oh, I totally dex, I swear. Dude, I saw a post on Reddit. It was either today or yesterday. That was somebody pushing the Mojo agenda. Which is good. We need more people pushing the Mojo agenda. Oh, I'm gonna throw my headphones on. I need some sound. Makes me play better. And now I look like a gamer. Dude, you know what? Who's probably sneaky good in Battlegrounds 2? Probably Hyperion. If you can get away with them not having a Mystic. Because, dude, he'll probably just, like, spam special attacks. You probably won't even have time to knock him down. Probably a great Mojo counter. Yeah, and Kindred, yeah. Excuse me. I'm sorry, chat. I'm dying over here. Yeah, it probably will be great for Kindred, which is good. Kindred needs more champions that can kind of keep him in check. I feel like even with the proper counter, Kindred is still really just so strong. It's kind of insane they made him ascendable. He's actually not that bad for offense either, chat. It's actually pretty okay against a lot of those cosmic defenders. Anyone with atrophy is. Yeah, the degen can eat through Maestro. Okay. It's definitely one of the better matchups, I think, against Maestro. Since he's, like, flippin' obnoxious. It's kind of weird, though, that, like, degen has become kind of a mystic thing. Meanwhile, they used to be all about that nullify. Shastra should be a little faster. M'Baku? Dude, I don't want to fight M'Baku. I hate fighting M'Baku. Maybe I should rank mine up for defense. He's not that bad if he doesn't get his unstoppable going. Whoa, Walrus, welcome in, man. Quick drive-by, have a great weekend. Back to watching NHL playoffs. Man, those are still going on? I figured that would be long over by now. Anyway, thanks for dropping in, Walrus. I think there's a lot of people traveling because of Memorial Day and stuff like that. A lot of people watching basketball and stuff right now too, so. You just saw the thumbnail? What the heck is that? Wait, do you not know, like, Lo-Fi Girl? It's Absorbing Man. Writing a poem. But no, are you not aware of Lo-Fi Girl? L-O-F-I Girl. It's basically like that wallpaper with like a cartoon girl, and it's just playing like chill music that you can just kind of like vibe to. But I just replaced her with Absorbing Man. You meant the big naked man. Dude, that's Absorbing Man. What do you mean? He's always shirtless. He doesn't have his iconic wrecking ball though, so he might be hard to recognize. I could have picked anyone in the game. That is correct. But I thought Absorbing Man would be funny. Clearly my hunch was correct. Or at the very least, he got eyeballs. You know? Anytime you go out of your way to mention the thumbnail, I consider the thumbnail a win. Because it means it grabbed your attention in some way, whether that's like for better or for worse. But when it comes to thumbnails, I don't think like it's kind of like any news is good news. It's like any thumbnail is good thumbnail. I am pretty proud of how it turned out though. I think it's hilarious. I enjoy creating thumbnails. It's really fun. I wish I had more time to do it. It is kind of a task though. Sometimes I do wonder if I should just like make one thumbnail and just always only use that one. But I enjoy making different ones too much. Occasionally I'll like reuse one if I don't have time to make one, or if like the stream is kind of just so insignificant as far as like what we're doing on said stream that it doesn't necessarily warrant making a different thumbnail. Kind of like today, if we're just doing arena, I probably could have reused one of my old arena thumbnails, but I just felt like making that one. I think one of the Bishop v Bishop matchup, crazy. I think one of my favorites though is still Carnage riding the shark with the Nike shoes on. That one's just so out of pocket. Kind of want to rank up Diablo. Am I insane for that? I love his nullify and his heal on his special one. It's so good. What happens when I special one a bishop? You just like the glug glug? Guilty. I do. It is definitely one of the better sound effects in the game. I do genuinely like those things I mentioned though. Also, if I ever did randomly turn on recoils, he's excellent for those. Also, don't forget to go buy your America Chavez action figures, chat, in the shop. Just a reminder for those. You do not want to be missing out on those. Actually, I might be able to buy more now. It might have reset. I'm not sure. Nope. Okay. Resets in 11 days. Make sure you got those though, chat. It's important. I have 60. I don't know if that's where I'm supposed to be or not. I'm pretty sure I haven't missed any though, so probably. It's okay. If I miss out on Chavez Ascension, it's not the end of the world. I barely use use her as it is. Mm-hmm. And I really wish I had content creator privilege. I want to try so many different champs at rank 5. Oh, I thought I got the intercept there. I'm sad. Ow. Surely that won't kill me. I knew it. Mm-hmm. Almost there, chat. Almost there. Oh, now we have to use Zemo. No, we don't. Actually, I want to see how he does against Gentle. Because I know he hits harder when they're bleed immune. You usually don't want to inflict bleed on Gentle, but I just want to know how that matchup goes. Probably better than Platpool into Absorbing Man, though. This one might take a while, chat. Or maybe not. Platpool's insane. Shout out to the auto fight god. Wish I could auto fight arena. Can you imagine how OP that would be? I don't know why I launched this special one. I guess it doesn't really matter though, right? I don't want to throw special 2. Whoops. Now he'll be resisting my crits. It wasn't too bad once we got him rooted. That fight definitely went a little better than I thought it would, but that was a low rank gentle. I don't think you should ever do that fight. Some fights ignoring type disadvantage is great though. I do wonder if I had Express Arena, if I would have been done by now with this one. Actually, let's just put on. Oh, wait. Is Arcade Shock immune? He might be. Yes. Oh my gosh. Dude, this happened last time I ran Arena too. I used Shuri against somebody shock immune. I don't remember who it was. It might have even been Arcade, honestly. Biggest mistake of my life. Let's go, dude. I still got that special 2 dex in me. Coliseum arcade has shaped me into the best arcade fighter ever, dude. Let's go. Still got it. Still got it. This is the only good thing that came from that fight. Oh, dang it, dude. Rip the special 3 dream. You make the same mistakes, Justin. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Story, it's way worse, I feel like. Or heaven forbid, like endgame content. Like you're really far in Epoch or something, and then you don't have a counter for a certain champion. That would be horrid. I'm a big believer in planning ahead, but in Arena, like, I just turn my brain off, you know? I'm just trying to, like, move as quick from one fight to the next as I can. Once in a while, I'll make switches. Usually it's just so I have type advantage, though. I'm not really thinking about immunities or anything like that. I probably should, but it's okay. It's just Arena. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough. Up. Ooh, that passive stun outlasts or invis. That's interesting. I hate fighting photons so much, man. Dude, she'd be like such a pushover if you actually could use willpower, though. Oh, that missed the energy mine. Are you serious? I mean, do we kill? Probably not. You get through like 6 tough fights and pick Ironheart for Incinerate Immune Champs. And you don't switch to Rupture. Dude, I've done that actually a few times myself. And then you have to just quit and burn a revive. I feel that. Or like there's been a couple times I take Nico into a fight, but then I forget to put her Incinerate mode on instead of the poison and acid burn. That's always the worst. Or like a couple times I've used Kate Bishop and forgot to put her cold snap mode on, which, like, I mean, that's not the end of the world because you can switch to it, but it's way easier just starting in cold snap. Ouch. And that was a lot of damage, Triple J. Jeez. Be Dizzle the Goat, no cap. Hey, Winford, welcome in, man. I haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing well. Ouch. 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 I'm innocent. Dude, it'd be so cool if Shocker had that Mr. Sinister parry stun, where you just hold heavy and it pauses the stun. Who's good for Captain America and Vox? Vox, the best option, bar none, is Kushala. Captain America, you have a few options. Okoye was the best that I found. You can also use Nick Fury. If you use Nick Fury, just let yourself go down to second life immediately. If he's awakened, of course. But yeah, any like multi-hit skill champ. Oh, what am I doing? It's okay, we're still alive. It's, you still don't have Nico? Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't have Spider-Ham. I've been hunting Spider-Ham for like years at this point, man. But yeah, dude, Nico's a rough one to not have. She's crazy useful. Hopefully you can pull her soon, man. I think the Grace crystals are a huge game changer for champion hunting. I do kind of think too, I think we may see more class-based crystals. You might be able to target her specifically a little better in the future. Who knows? Working, but good to be back. Well, you gotta work, unfortunately. You gotta work, Winford. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Legend78, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. You want to ask a question? Go right ahead, man. The answer is no. I'm just kidding. Good luck. Hey, thank you, MKS. Haven't seen you in a bit either. Hope you're doing well. I heard someone in my chat came in the other day and said you had an absolutely insane run on one of the Coliseum fights. Sounds like you've been in the lab cooking up some insane runs, man. Yeah, luckily, we don't need luck in Arena. Thank heavens. Sometimes we do, though. How much has the game changed since Banquet event? You left the game, it was very time consuming, felt like a second job. Came back. Would ask how much the game has changed. Let's see. I mean, quite a bit has changed since Banquet. I think the game is still kind of in largely the same place. The biggest difference, I think, probably would be collectives, which essentially is just giving every champion in certain classes a boost. And the way you get that boost is by ranking up champions in that class and by acquiring new higher rarities of champions. That's probably the biggest difference. And I can kind of show you what that tab is. It's just right here. So the more champions like these that I rank up or acquire that I don't already have, I'm going to be able to rank up my collective, which will give me like a small benefit right here. That's probably the biggest difference. And that's probably the thing you'll notice the most. Other than that, like, I mean, the Grace crystals, but were those around pre-Banquet? I don't know if they were or not. Either way, these are probably the biggest difference. Just having these in the monthly rotation, you're opening like 150 or so a month or something like that. I think it's a little less, but you're opening a bunch of these a month just from like side quest material. Another big change. I'm sorry if some of this was pre-Banquet. I'm really bad with time, but another big change was all the major currencies getting converted into this currency, which is called Essentia. There is a trade-in store to get rid of your old currencies. And it's just condensing everything into just one currency, just to make it easier to balance, I guess. I don't mind it personally. That's probably the other biggest change. And honestly, it's fine. Like, I don't have too many complaints myself about it. Some people do, but I think it's okay. Other than that, man, nothing super crazy. We just have that Stellar Forged chase, which is akin to Deathless chase in the past if you did it. But hey, you know, if you're struggling with burnout and like it feeling like a second job, stuff like that, my recommendation would be just get into like the chillest alliance you can find. That's kind of like what I recommend to anybody who's experienced that in this game, because I've been there too. I've been in like alliances that are like top 20, like 50 or whatever it was in the world. Like I was in a very competitive alliance early on in this game and it killed me. I felt like I was just playing the game all the time. It was way too high stress. I wasn't able to enjoy the game anymore. Stuff like that. If you come back to the game like fully and you want to avoid that kind of stuff, you'll miss out on some rewards for sure. But maybe just for a while. And then you can change to a more competitive alliance whenever you're ready, but just kind of hang out. That would be what I would recommend. Just an alliance where like people still participate, but you don't feel super pressured for AQ, or like if you die in alliance where it's not the end of the world, stuff like that. Yeah, you'll miss out on rewards, but I think like it does kind of save your mental a little bit, I think. Oh yeah, Elder Progression title. That is another big change as well. Valiant is no longer top dog. Oh, also we got 9.4, which I think is excellent content. Super easy though. Like, you probably won't struggle with it at all if you'd play the game for a few years before you quit. You're losing interest in MCOC? Dang, I'm bummed to hear that. MKS. You have another game you've been grinding a lot lately then instead? I don't know what it is about MCOC, but I'm still just so in love with this game. It's weird. Like, in the past, I've been very up and down on it. And I think it's just because I've kind of finally figured out how to manage my burnout of the game. I'm playing Arena right now. I'm enjoying it. I think, honestly, the game changer, I think, is probably just having streamed, to be honest. But yeah, there's a little bit that's changed. Not like, I mean, the game largely is just as healthy, I think, as it was pre-Banquet. There's always a little bit of drama in the community over stuff and stuff like that, but largely there's nothing super crazy other than collectives and elder progression, I think. Oh, Samuel, that stinks, man. Now you just gotta do the walk of shame. Do one bar and then back out. But yeah, Legend, definitely, like, try to take the game a little less seriously, and I think you'll enjoy it a lot more. That's what I've learned. No mobile game should feel like a job. Unless you're a streamer like me, then maybe it should feel a little bit like a job. But lucky for me, I just enjoy it anyways. Ah, I was feeling delirious. How did you know, Jean Grey? Still no idea how to play White Tiger. Man, she does a lot of acrobatics in that victory screen. It's a bit overkill, I think. I have 60, Samuel. Which I think is what you're supposed to have. I don't think there's any I missed because I am in Glad Circuit. I've bought out the store every single time. And I've done every other, like, side quest. So I think 60 is probably where you should be at. There might be some in the plat track, actually. I don't remember if there's some in the paid track or not. So maybe you could have more if you have the plat pass. You'd have to check on that. I heard the progressions is easy compared to the past. I think... Yeah, I don't think it's too difficult to get Elder. You do have to go through some tricky content. Like the new Karina challenges are not like just a walk in the park. They're definitely doable though. And the 9.4 I do think is a walk in the park, genuinely. I think it's very easy. Again, I do wonder how much of that is just the sheer size of my roster and my ability to cover for a lot of different fights. But I do think, like, if you were Valiant before and you'd been for a while, like since 9.3 released, you're probably fine to do 9.4. And like Karina, the 9.4 boss, I don't think was very difficult either. She pretty much just gets manhandled by certain champions. Like Mr. Sinister just dunks on that fight on one of the paths. Actually, I think like two of the paths. Maybe even all three. Like there's just a lot of good options. Yeah, the Karinas are where you might struggle the most in case you don't have the roster for it. You did 9.16. You mean 9.3? Dang, dude, I wish we had 16. Oh, unless you mean 916. You missed a period in there. Either way, I really don't think 9.4 is too bad. Oh, okay. So 916 is where you left off on. Yeah, you should be fine. I don't think 912 or I don't think 9.2, 3 or 4 are too bad. Honestly, if I were you, I would just go rip out some story content. Maybe like put alliance related things on the back burner for a little bit, because that's gonna give you a lot of value between catalyst shards, units, you name it. I wish I could go back and redo story quests. I technically can. I guess I have an alt account. You have to go watch the stream for drops. Hey, thank you very much, Legend. Thanks for dropping by, man. Hope to see you at our next stream, man. I'm not live on the weekends, just so you know. I'll be live on Monday of next week. Just so all y'all know. You should know if you're a regular, but just in case you're new, I stream every single weekday, but I do not stream the weekends. Especially this weekend. I won't even be home, so. Also, Purgatory is totally dead right now. Why do I have to fight Nico right now? Oh, never mind. Somehow, Purgatory won. And that's that arena done. I haven't finished an actual, like, full arena in a while. Oh my gosh. With time to spare, too. Yeah, we used to, like, finish every arena. That was a crazy time, chat. 3-hour streams were the best. Although, even if we wanted to, I don't think, like, with how crazy the content release schedule has been lately, I don't think we even could finish all the arenas, even if we were still doing our 3 hours. I'm, like, waiting to claim this. Probably claim that on, like, the last day. Don't need any of that. Oh boy. This is my Battlegrounds deck, in case anyone is curious. I'll just zoom through it real quick. Okay, there you go. That's okay, Abel. Everybody goes at their own speed, I think. The one thing I do like about this game, though, is the more you play it, the better you get. All right, so if you're struggling at a certain quest... Ooh, another thing, too. There's plenty of YouTube tutorials that people put out to help you clear content in this game, and I totally recommend giving all those a look. But yeah, if there's one thing about this game, just the more you play it, the better you get. If you're struggling with fights and stuff, just wait a day, try a quest, try that fight again. You'll probably do better and better each time. If you play a lot of arena, I think that helps. Like 90% of this game is just fundamentals, learning when to parry, when to dex, stuff like learning your matchups against certain characters. Arena is honestly a really great training ground. I know for a lot of people, it's pretty boring. Myself, like I don't mind it, honestly. I kind of vibe with it. You throw some tunes on or something and just arena grind away. It's not too bad. And you get units and stuff to help you. But yeah, if you're getting stonewalled by content, just practice makes perfect. I know that sounds ridiculously generic, but it's so true. You just got to keep putting the work in, and you'll get better and better each time. Like, there's been plenty of like end of chapter bosses where the first time I fight them, I'll take some deaths, and then I'll take a little bit less deaths the next time I fight them, and so on and so forth. And that's how this game is. And the more you play it, the better champs you'll get, usually. Yeah, Jason Voorhees is a great place for tutorials and stuff, and for like doing matchups. Or if you just watch any streamer that's like streaming arena or battlegrounds, stuff like that, just to get eyes on it and just see like when are they dexing, what kind of play style do they employ against this champion, stuff like that can go a long way. I did Wolverine, yeah. It's still silly that you have to do that, by the way. Like, dude, I just got the Gladiator Circuit. Give me the Radiance. Don't make me play a match, please. Man, so much Ascension. Dude, I'm gonna have every 4-star ascended at some point. That's like the bright spot about the Mysterium update. Yeah, MCOC noob, NCOC encyclopedia, all good sources. Clyde Torres, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Appreciate ya. Hope you're having a good day. I think I can filter by not ascended. I should probably just do that. Okay, I don't get it. I click select all, but then it shorts me my 20 levels. Ad break, dude. It's always an ad break. I swear. I just have like Twitch ads set on the recommended ad intervals. Yo, what's up, Nick? How are you, man? Do the arena tip. Hey, I hope it helps you out, Abel. And you're always welcome if you ever have any questions about any matchups or any quests or anything like that. You're always more than welcome to pop in on stream and ask. I'm sure myself or somebody in the chat will know something to help you out. Another great resource, too, if you're getting hung up, is I do have a Discord server. This goes for you guys over on Twitch. Oh, by the way, I'm live on YouTube and Twitch. In my video description on YouTube, I do have a link to my Discord server. In there, that's where I announce any change to my stream or anything like that. It's also a great resource if you're struggling and you need some help. There's a lot of smart people in there that have been through the same fights that you are currently going through. So definitely take advantage of that, I think. The 10K Radiance objective wants you to win a Gladiator Circuit match. Yeah, I know, right? You have to win and get there. It's basically just gifting radiance to the people that end up in Celestial anyways. Am I CCP? I am not, no. I do think we're working our way there, though. I'm optimistic. We have a really good stream, really good community and stuff. Really good stuff going on. And we're going to have a shiz ton of rank 3 4 stars when we're done with this. I have to use my ISO for something. Ranking up 4 stars. We got to do it cheap. Like all these catalysts are going to expire if I don't. I can't buy out the Mysterium store for nothing. This is S tier gameplay. This is what the people pay to see. This is the high caliber gameplay that's going to get us CCP privilege, you guys. Huge. Okay, I'm sick of looking at those 3. Dude, some like champions, their animation when you like level them up is so bizarre. Like Tigra right there, just going like, ugh! Just like cracking her neck, looking straight back. It's just, why would you do that? What do you do? Yeah, see, Taskmaster just gives you the old flex. He's too cool for that. Whoa, that was laggy. I'm about to be an arena god? Dude, I already am. What do you mean, Swiss? I've been an arena god. Dang, you have it maxed? That's crazy. I had my mission a while ago to max all my 2 stars. And I wanted to max my 4 stars, but there was just no really good way to get all those resources. Now there is. So I probably will make that my mission at some point too. Yeah, Tiger was doing, she was being a weirdo. That's for sure. Oh, dude, it sucks being that close to rank up on a collective. No, we're running out of catalyst. It's so sad. All good things come to an end. You've greatly underestimated. Dang straight, Swiss. Dang straight. At least you're willing to apologize. You're a big man. Big man, willing to admit when he's wrong. Dude, is the refresh back? Can I actually go buy more of those? Hold on, let me see. I don't think it is. Yeah, no, it resets in 4 days. You have to wait like a surprising amount of time. Here's my suggestion, okay? Here's what they should do. So they came out, they said like you can't convert everything. I'm using Essentia for this example. Everything for Essentia because they don't want people with like tons of resources to get ahead, like crazy ahead of everybody else who hasn't hoarded resources. I think that's why there is a timer on like every other shop too. It's so you can't just go crazy and just buy a bunch of like OP things. The Mysterium shop is not OP. It should not have a very long refresh timer, if have one at all. Like if you're using the Mysterium shop as a vehicle to let highly progressed players get rank up material for like 4 stars and 5 stars and such, like they don't, like you're not power creeping anything. You should just let like gloves off, let them buy infinite amounts of whatever they want in the Mysterium store. Like there's so many people that the big struggle they have is they're just always at the Mysterium like limit. Like some people are just like having a hard time seeing a reason to spend it in the first place. You should just let people spend it like crazy. I don't think there is anything wrong with that at all. Like, oh no, I can buy like I mean, I can already buy 60 tier 1 alpha. It's like, oh no, I can buy 200. Like, it's not going to make a big deal. I can't use that to rank up my 7 stars. You know, I think that that limit should be taken away personally. Who's with me, chat? Let me blow all of my Mysterium at once on tier 3 Catalyst. Stuff like that. I think that, like, there's no reason to not make that change personally. No reason at all. Okay. I got this the other night. I don't know who I would awaken. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'd use that on anyone. I'm saving. Yeah, no, I'm going to save that for sure for Dr. Bong, actually. Dude, I am like the worst person ever. I just will not use awakening gems. I am tempted to awaken Blade, but I really do wonder if we'll have a free way to awaken him. Because they gave us that, like, freebie Star-Lord. I wonder if Blade will get the same treatment. Yeah, let me blow my whole wad. Yeah, my whole wad of Mysterium. You might as well be Dizzle 2026. That's going to be my campaign slogan. Run it. Make it the headline. Speaking of collectives, though, I wonder... Man, we're not really close to any of them, are we? Mystic, we're still, like, within striking distance, at least. Ah, if only I had a 7-star Clairvoyant, man. Ugh. Or a 7-star Sigil Witch. 7-star the Hood. Other than that, there's not really much room for my collectives to move in the Mystic department. Because I don't have... I'm not missing a lot of Mystic 7-stars, actually. Mordo, I guess, would be a champion I'm missing at 7-star that I could currently get. OG Scarlet Witch, I think she's in the basic pool, too. Anyway. Can you imagine that being a campaign slogan, though, Wolverine? Let me blow my whole wad. Oh, man. But seriously, though, Mysterium is already, like, turned into almost a meme currency at this point. So many people are bashing it all the time because it's so useless. Let it be less useless. Let me just use it whenever I feel like it. That's what I say. That's what I say, yeah. Are we close to anything cool? Oh, hey, we can get a 7-star StatCast. That's kind of cool. I predict this is Moondragon. Nope. APOC. Brand new one, though. Anytime you get a new 7-star, not too bad. I think the Apocalypse Relic might be one that frequently whiffs, though. I don't want one like that. I miss opening Exalteds, but we just can't really get those anymore. All right, last crystal of the stream, guys. Right here, right now. If it's a 7-star, Wolverine gets mod for a day. Dang. Sorry, man. I tried my best. Unfortunately, it's the human rocket. Mr. Nova. They all whiff. Yeah, it's weird. A lot of people complaining about AI, Battlegrounds metas, stuff like that. Let's fix the hits connecting on Battlecast and Statcast. That's a legit big issue. People need to talk about it. It's so annoying. It drives me insane. Oh man, please fix it, Kabam. If there's the dev in here that's preventing me from getting Spider-Ham, if you could run that up the ladder, I would appreciate it. Like, whiffing Statcast is brutal, and it's not because you just activated it the wrong time. There are absolute, like, dude, I stream this game for hours every week. Like, I know the muscle memory. I know when a Statcast should hit. Sometimes it does not hit, and it should not be missing. Like, that seriously does need to be corrected. That's a big time issue. What's up, party people? Drop Dead, how are you, man? Welcome in. Is this where the drops are? The drops are indeed here, although if you want to get all of them, you will need a content creator program streamer, which I'm not yet. Eventually we'll get there, whether that's this year, next year, 5 years from now, who knows? Nova just made my account better. Absolutely, Chief. Almost mod for a day. You were this close, man. But yeah, that being said about drops, we won't be live for very much longer. We're kind of, I think, towards the end of the stream. Now I'm just endlessly scrolling my crystals like a dragon, watching its hoard, or looking over its hoard of gold. That's really what it feels like. Here, dude, watch. We're about to pull Pixie right here. All right, if this is Pixie Wolverine, you get mod for a day. And it will not be like tomorrow. It's not a gimmick. It'll be like Tuesday. Oh, wait, no, Monday. Sorry. I think I probably will stream Labor Day. Maybe. We'll see. Nope. Sorry, man. I tried. I can't remember if we made plans for Monday or not. Stay tuned. Another, like, shameless plug. This would be a great instance of where it's beneficial to be in my Discord server, which is in the YouTube video description. So I'll let you know if I have plans and I can't stream that night. Oh. Anyway, guys, that's going to do for my stream today. Thank you, everybody who dropped by and watched. I saw a lot of new faces today, actually, which was really awesome. So make sure you guys have subscribed and followed over on both Twitch and YouTube. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully before that. I think we will, but appreciate you guys so very much for the support. We won't be live for the next 2 days, potentially 3, because it's a holiday. And I'm really bad at remembering what plans that my wife and I have made. So anyway, guys, have a fan-freaking-tastic weekend. Please go ahead and give yourselves a crisp high five on me. Have a good rest of your night, a good rest of your day, whatever it is for you. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one, all right? We'll see you guys. Also, good luck if you're pushing for that Stellar Forge piece. I believe in you. Remember, victory shields, okay? They are going to save you. All right, see you guys.